Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
To kick off for Arizona.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out. To the 20. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. Fights through and now a crease. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
We used to work relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Outside. Watch out.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. The Niners are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. We look at this Arizona defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, Those can really hurt a defense.
Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
It's the score, Niners 7. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Beck completes this to Elijah Higgins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Usually in this spot, you'd hear an offensive coordinator saying, don't feel like you've got to get this all back at once. But here, they give up the opening touchdown and say, no time like the present to show what we can do too. And that's big yardage on their initial play from scrimmage.
Short one here, caught by McBride. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I was in open trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. And this is 3rd down. Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Beck. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey McBride from 3 yards out. And the Cardinals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. If you look at this defense, they enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
7-7, our score after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This is taken at the 18. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point, because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Back to throw again. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And
Off the play fake. Beck. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Elijah Higgins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. 49-7. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down here the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
He finds his target. It's Evans. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling you that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange. From the outlaw that I'm never get.
Outside. Stop.
Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10.
Get set. Get set. Up.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Outside. Up.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown 49ers. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. That ball caught by Harrison. Now the Card's going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. 60 bison. 60 bison.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
At the 40-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Tough spot here. Third down and 11. Operating from the gun. Beck. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go. 72.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would say, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
He's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Set to kick off.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Out of the gun now on third down. He'll try and do this himself. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down, Cardinals.
Back to throw. Beck. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Throwing to start the drive. Beck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Devin Duvernay, 28 yards. And the Cards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
This is 2nd and 8. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
13 yards on the play. And the 49er, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Get set, get set. 18.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Purdy looking to throw.
22-yard line.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Ryland for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. 49ers. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Get set. Love it. 18. Watch out.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now Purdy. No, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Going to look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. That is caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Off play action. Back. Now he'll tuck this and run. It's brought in by Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Pass complete there to Harrison.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
7-yard line.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
From the gun on 3rd down. Beck. That's taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Trying to toss play to Love. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the play fake. Beck. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
And goal.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Beck. Pass complete to McBride. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a... There he goes, left side! Touchdown, 49ers! Brandon Ayuk, 65 yards. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13.
Makes the score Cardinals 34, 49ers 21. Pinheiro set to kick
now
off.
After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Love again. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's pulled in by Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to have a first down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
First and 10 at the 41.
Looking to throw. Beck. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Operating from the gun. Beck. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
That's another Cardinals first down. 24-yard gain on the play. And the Cardinal first down.
The
Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation because you know they emphasize ball security, wanted to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover free and took points when they were available. Excellent execution, and they did it confidently.
So for the Cardinals, they pick up their second win now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.